documented it on Instagram, and ABC, whose parent company is Walt Disney, was like, "Can we use it on our Instagram?" I was like, "Sure, go ahead." And this is what it says, and this is what they put on their TV show. It says, "Massive explosion in my neighborhood. Felt like a bomb went off. Shook my whole building. Scared the shit out of me and my son this morning." ABC7, whose parent company is Walt Disney, put this on Channel 7. So if they didn't censor Advocate of Words, YouTube's not. I would also like to say, in a happier note, our 100th unique poet to sign up for year 2 of our Monday night online open mic is in this open mic. I'm not going to tell you who it is until we get to that person. I'm not going to say nothing about it until we get to them. I'm really excited about that. And yeah, that's how I feel. Okay, let us go forward. Now, I have been told that although she is here, those of you who are in Zoom, open up the Zoom chat so that you can see who is on the open mic list. Oh, we're going to get it in today. So even though she is here, Amanda is giving up her spot, and she's going to give it up to Rivki, who's actually last on our waiting list. Where is, I don't see Rivki here. Are they here? Are they here? Rivki? No, I don't see them. I don't see them. All right, Amanda, hit me up if you see Rivki. So let's keep it moving. Next coming, the Withdrawn, starting it off, the Withdrawn. Where is he? Oh, snap. Oh, snap. I got the videos moving around too much. I'm trying to unmute him, and the videos keep moving around too much. I'm asking to unmute you now. There we go, the Withdrawn. You know the deal. Let the people know where they can follow you, and then let's get into whatever heathen stuff you want to get into. The Withdrawn.
You can find me at thewithdrawn.com. Or you can find me at my crib with my dick in hand scrolling through Instagram. Slurping saliva all over the thirst traps, girl, it's hard for me. Not to want to pull out this meat and thirst fat. She tells the boy, you always know the right stuff to say. Thanksgiving is not for another few months. But it doesn't mean you still can't take a day like July 26th to stuff your face. I'll take an auntie, mama, or grandmother. So put the kids to bed like Advocate says. And then I can put my kids in your warmer. Bake the dick to perfection, honey. If you let me, I will braid the fuck out of them intestines. Feel the back of that pussy like you asked. I might push so far in I end up poking out your ass. Spit in your mouth and spit a poem about you while I'm in it. Shorty super savage saying she rather me hit to all my pieces about other bitches. Would I be wrong though if I pictured another face? Framed it all over the four corners of my mind, making it harder for me to escape. Could role play and say a different name just for the fun of it. Or call me Withdrawn and I'll let it slide even though you forgot the in front of it. I know them photos make everything pop out like a blister. Wild shit, I wanted you and I was redirected to holler at your sister. No doubt my thoughts probably would have only been future approved. Like, damn, why can't this be the one time I have both cakes and am able to eat them too? Kaylin knows when I come over, she's got to shop for extra. And if I don't have 4+ plates, then there must definitely be something messed up. I might screw around and make one of your photos my lock screen. If I ever meet your parents, here's to hoping they don't see it while my phone is out charging. Mom will say, no, this is not my daughter. But with all due respect, She was a freak way before I started to Dora the Explorer. If only I could swipe you out the gram and map the exact location I'm trying to visit your interior at. You could sing along to the backpack song too. Like anything that you might need, I've got inside for you. But in the meantime, all I can do is scroll on your page and tap that, tap that, tap that, tap that. Thank you.
Everyone unmute yourself, give it up for the
Holy
withdrawal.
shit. Started off.
Ready.
That's how you see it all, folks.
Really why Amanda gave up her
Got me-
spot. That was really why.
Got me thirsty for you, withdrawn.
Thewithdrawn.com at the withdrawn. This is what you never know what you're gonna get with him, man. You never know what you're gonna get. This is like the Monday night online open mic. We are always pushing the bounds of censorship all the time, even when we don't need to. Make sure that you give him a follow. Okay, next coming up, we have Nathaniel Beck. Now you see, if we were about censorship here, this man would be censored because he's a Green Bay Packers fan, but we don't. Everyone gets a shot, man. Nathaniel Beck is actually featured in our recent highlight reel for Superpowers. Nathaniel, I don't know if you know that, but you need to go look on my YouTube. Your beautiful face is all up in it. With that being said, let the people know where they can find you online, and let's hear your poetry.
Yo, I definitely need to check that out. Thank you, Advocate. That's fucking awesome. Also, fuck YouTube and censorship. But you can find me at NCBEK Poetry. And this is also a sort of fuck you to fibromyalgia. So you make a quest of your bones, lay the sleep beside you. Have you given the word to the rocks, lap the blood up with your having? Beauty has stolen the best from us. You are a dizzying mess of smiles, an inkwell the night has written with hands, feet, tortured limbs that sway in the heat. We are a careless bunch of anxious. A storm of shadows draped over a facade. I have learned to love your pain. Make a hug of soft welcoming. Let the skin drown you in conversation or leave you at peace as the sun does. We have made a treaty of our lips to make love through much less than our bodies can offer. I hold each word that breaks the rules. We have made hard candy of this. We have tethered our blood to the earth, made a church of this good worship, held hands with the silence of hours and hours alone. There is a night to remember here, a night to build of the couches and beds. I feel lungs in the darkness, the hot air grasping our insides. We can make anything of the shadows. I will hold you. Make weight of light and sound. Make anything of this. We can asphyxiate our wanting, like love is still a selfless tradition. Thank you. And yeah, you can find me.
Stop. Being
Oh
this
my
good.
god.
I know that guy.
That's not one of
I
those
know that
memes right there,
guy.
man. Oh,
You
my
find him at
goodness.
NC Beck. NC
Oh.
Beck.
NC Beck, yo. NC Beck.
Thunderclap.
NC Beck, Nathaniel Beck. Make sure you give that dude a follow. He has become a mainstay here in the Monday night online open mic. You better check out the highlight reel. Nathaniel, what are you doing with your life if you're not seeing what I'm posting online? All right, like, come on, man. We already dealing with you being a Packers fan, but you need to be following me online. With that being said, let's keep it moving. Deadpan Lizzie is next. Wait, I saw her. I know she's here because, yep, there she is. Let me unmute Deadpan Lizzie. You know the deal. Oh, good to see you. You know the deal. Let the people know they can find you online. Let's hear your poetry.
Good to see everyone. You can find me on Instagram, ES_Strauss. And my poem tonight is called, Are You Listening, Aphrodite? It's me, not a queer thirst trap. They both say I am a queer thirst trap, that my long, wavy, highlighted blonde locks, biceps, sports bra and beanie made them want me. And in those moments, I could not have been more turned off. I'm finally confident in my temple. It took me 7 years to shed the freshman 15, which was really the freshman 40, and years of baby fat. So I share a photo of myself bearing it all. It is for me. The cliche Insta-gay posts are not my honey, though there are the flies out there who try to stick to me. This is not how I want to meet my one and only. If either had said my knowledge of and intelligence made me a queer thirst trap, my love of Salinger, Zadie Smith, an infatuation with disco, but why would they care? Why would any of them care? Maybe it would have been a more helpful relationship with both of them if they had said that. According to society, I am more attractive than the average woman. What does that even mean? But I guess a Libra whose scales are unbalanced and a Taurus who hides behind her horns should not be trusted. I am thirsty for a mate, Aphrodite, but one who looks beyond my looks. Thank you.
Unmute yourselves. Give it up.
Nice.
for Deadpan.
Oh, deadpan. Hell yeah.
Love you, Lizzie.
Deadpan. Dope.
Where's the fridge, though? Where's the fridge?
Where's the fridge, though?
Absolutely.
Deadpan Lizzie, go give her a follow. She's also a real estate agent. You know, you need a place to live. You need some poetry for your ears. She give it to you. And soon she's gonna be coming out with her own line of beanies. I'm really excited about that. Deadpan Lizzie, shout out to her. Also, shout out to Finn Bell, who is co-hosting tonight behind the scenes. In case I get booted out, she will bring me right back in. Appreciate her. And also, she was on the open mic list. She took her name off, so she's still hanging out with us, but people got moved within the open mic list. So Terry Rose moved from the waiting list to the guaranteed list. So next coming up is Ray Camacho at Ray Did This. Where is Ray? Where is Ray? Ray has become a mainstay here at the Monday. Oh, there's Ray. Oh, wait a second.
Hear me okay?
I hear you now. Yes, Ray was also in the Superpower highlight reel. Did you see it, Ray?
I did not, but I will rewatch.
What are you doing with your life here, man? Okay, Ray, let the people know where they can follow you and then get into your poetry. Go ahead.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So you can follow me at Ray Did This. I do daily micro poetry about domestic violence. Before I begin, I want to say shout out to Peggy Robles of Robles Productions. I also want to say a shout out to Kyla Garcia for her amazing shirts and her organization that she works with to give back to the Indigenous communities in Canada and helping decolonize Canada during this hard time. Okay. First one is a micro poem. Ball and chain wrapped around my limbs. Good dick comes at a price, my life. Second poem is called Taste the Men. I can taste the men gifted to my family, my ancestors' agony. The men that beaten us down from the beginning to the end. Our branches still carry the men who beat and cheat and eat our energies and our time. We live life waiting to die. I taste the men who force themselves onto my mother and onto her mother and her mother and her mother, and now onto me. I taste the blood vomiting out of their memories, stained our family tree. I'm still scrubbing your blood off of me. I was born, but not meant to be, because that is what my mother told me. I was the boy growing from the rotten tree. And I can still taste the man who was last inside of me, still taste the man who tried to overpower me, who taught me to hate myself more than he could have ever hated me. I used to hate myself so much that I hated to be touched. I am no longer the one who accepts shit from anyone. You think you can chop me down? Bitch, I grow my own crown. No longer will I let myself drown, face first in your poison ivy. No longer would I allow your wilted dick inside me. No longer will I wonder why you always wanted to die, yet you were the one who tried to kill me. I can taste the men who abandoned their kin The men who gave me his eyes to fantasize and demonize my own culture. The man who rolled his R's onto a dagger, that white supremacist self-hating motherfucker. I can taste the men who shit in their den, try to fertilize my tree with their toxic masculinity. Fuck you. Never again will I taste the men who fuck me when all I wanted was a friend. Never again will I taste the men who use their melanin to remind me that I am not worthy of my own ancestry. The men who hated me because I refused to listen when I decided I was no longer attracted to their demolition or reminiscing on the past. I am a wildflower blooming from the ancestors inside me. I am Goki poet, and this is Goki poetry. Thank you.
Unmute
Wowie,
you.
wowie.
Nice.
Ray, let's go.
He's hit.
Thank you. Thank you.
Incredible fire. That was fire.
That was
Damn,
dope.
Ray did that.
I grow my own crown, bitch. At Ray did this. Make sure you give him a follow. Oh, that was awesome, man. I'm enjoying it. We all doing another good Monday night. Sorry, Tuesdays, you're the new Monday. Now coming to the mic is someone we haven't seen in a while, Dylan DeForge. Haven't heard from him in a while. He's back. Wait, where is he? I saw him. I just saw him. There he is. There he is. Let me unmute him. It's been a couple of months, actually, I think. Dylan, it's good to see you, brother. Let the people know where they can find you online. And then let's hear your poetry.
So I'm going to link my card page and links to all my social media. I'm actually taking an Insta hiatus, so I would usually be like plugged to forgery in, but I'm not really using that lately. I have two pieces if I have time, both on theme in their own sort of way. So without further ado, let me just get into the first one. Oh, timer. This one is called 44X Asmodeus _ Swore 6 months ago that I'd be off the gram. Just last week I chilled in Kona with my fam, but what was I supposed to do awake at 4 a.m.? Bumble buzzed off, Cupid dried off, Tinder I got banned. Concluded I was hungry ghosting, took a cold shower. Turned out all the lights, admitted defeat, but hours later I heard an arpeggio coming up from heaven. Rubbed my eyes to check the time, it's only 1:11. A snapshot from a stranger, never met this bro before. 44X Asmodeus _ front shot with a mesh crop and thighs propped on a dragon plush. Thought I'd seen enough, but they had no followers, yet plenty on display. Saw a melting candle between long legs splayed. Saw curly horns off the sides of their head. Remembering middle school Spanish, yo tengo sed. Double checked their page, asked if their name was real. They responded, call me anything, I just want to be tamed. I wasn't in the mood for bed bumming, breadcrumbing. Asked to FaceTime, they said, oh, I'm coming. Heard a racket with the hangers in my wardrobe. Open it up to see them tangled in my bathrobe. Turned away to lock my door and crack open a window. Didn't want to spook my folks with this bombshell bingo. Sure enough, my fling was smooth skinned and Hercene. Took out a flask and asked, baby, are you thirsty? We guzzled goblets filled with spoiled holy water. Summer night breeze, but I'm getting hot and bothered. Clawing down my chest, they laughed, let's have fun. Bucket list check off, graphed the forked tongue. Slipping off our clothes, I pressed their face against the headboard, clutching to their tail to claim my blazing bed hoard. Feeling the pressure build and the burst of endorphins get cut off as my dad kicked the bottom of my door. Shit. Is someone over? What the hell's that noise? I yelled, relax, Pops. I'm chilling with the boy. And he's gone. This next piece, I have the time for it. I wrote in dedication for a very good friend of mine. And this one's called New Bio. Leo, 23 ye old, serotonin donor, ex-high school stoner, 5 feet tall, but I call her fun-sized. Ultra rare gotcha prize, gremlin laugh, gray eyes, serving thighs that'll make any vegan laps, posting I'm horngry in the comments, all caps. Those are the legs of a proud hard worker, a shelf restocker and a cafe lurker. After her shift to the PC stack, skills nastier than keyboard plaque. Night owl hooting and howling. She can rewire anybody's mood like soldering. Scabulous with the scars on her tummy. Scratches on her hands from her cat I dubbed Gummy. Stick up my hair to get the undercut trim that she rocks every min. Has curves that every woman envies, and she ain't even female, she's NB. Got freckles in a many fine place. You can see him when she dons the red lace. You can peep him with the green and white low-cut one piece. Geez, who honeybee these? Or when she bought the black shorts that read swamp ass. She can kill mortals with that look, dead ass. Makes scrubbly clothes sexy. Jesus shit, howdy, I'm getting drowsy. Give me a pillow and some 90s moomin. Soon I'll be curled up like a bug snoozing. Shrinks at me down with a pad and a pen. Ask point blank, boy, are you simping? Nah, sir, I swear this is all platonic. Though this cutie's vibes can make many folks chronic. I wrote a couple lines while sitting off 69, sand in my wet shoes, here in the Gulls Coo. Got her a pretty dope shirt with pineapple print, and this is her second birthday gift. Hope she's zonking on the cake when I read this. Should I let the new yo hear this? Finis.
Yo.
That's
Oh, glad you let us
Let the new yo hear this.
That was not the forgery.
no,
I love your flow. That was dope.
That was awesome.
Hard.
Yeah.
Serotonin donor.
Dylan to Forge. Dylan, make sure you put that link into the Zoom chat. Even though you're taking a break, the people can follow you when they come back. Be a surprise. Dylan to Forge, man. It is so good to have you back. I really enjoyed that. The people really enjoyed that. I enjoy y'all, man. Mondays are awesome. All right. Because some people came in late, real quick, let us get it started. This is the Monday Night Online Open Mic presented by the New Rican Poets Cafe. If you are watching us on Facebook or YouTube, you can join us on Zoom, 279-995-364. If you missed any of our poems tonight, like Dylan's two awesome poems, you can go check out the recording of this on our Facebook and YouTube. And of course, it is hosted by me, advocate of words. When you spell words, that's with a Z at the end. Our open mic list for tonight is closed. For the future open mic, signups begin 24 hours before the show. So on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, make sure you are on www.neorican.org. You click on full events calendar. So then you would click on the Monday you were signing up for. So I believe it's August 2nd is the next one, the second night. Yeah, August 2nd. So you would click on that, and then you would get an artist RSVP ticket. If it doesn't pop up and you don't see it, that means it hasn't opened up yet. It opens up at 8 p.m. sharp. If it says it's sold out, nothing you could do. It sells out usually like within a minute or two. So make sure you get on there right away. This Thursday night, I am hosting the Thursday Night Online Open Mic for the third week in a row. But next week, La Bruja is definitely coming back. Nonetheless, if you want to do something on Thursday, come hang out with me, man. We can do some singing and comedy over there. It's a lot of the similar people here who are on the Monday Night Online Open Mic. In fact, it's most of them. I don't know if I'm supposed to show you this. Hell with it. I'm showing it to you anyway. Saturday is going to be a big day. Saturday, August 21st. First, let's talk about what's on here. The Wild Project and the New Rican Poets Cafe are getting together once again on Saturday, August 21st. For an open mic called Wild Poets. It is from 2 to 5 p.m. It will be taking place a block down from the New Rican Poets Cafe, right outside of the Wild Project, which is on the corner of 3rd Street and Avenue B. Make sure that you come by, check it out. The sign-up list for it online, the first 20 to sign up online will be guaranteed an opportunity to perform. I will be hosting. We have not put up the open mic list yet. For that, when we do, we're going to let you know in advance, at least like 24, 48 hours. I'm going to say, at this time, you can sign up for it so that everyone can be prepared for it. This is an in-person thing. But, right, I think this is the end of it. Yes, this is the end of it. Okay. With that being said, there is more going on that Saturday. And let's talk, family. Let's talk. Okay. I will be performing in Lincoln Center on August 21st, Saturday. I will be doing that at noon. Then from 2 to 5, we have the Wild Project. And then from 7 to 9 will be the first ever New Eurekan Poets Cafe online/offline open mic. When all of that info comes out, I will let you know. We'll definitely do it August 21st from 7 to 9. And then I will say that after that, those who are in the New Eurekan are going to be made to leave. And you know, we can hang out and do stuff outside of the cafe. And maybe we'll go to a secret, undisclosed location, you know, and party that's not inside the cafe. With that being said, okay, I've had my fun. Let us get back to the poetry. Of course, later on, as I said, I'm going to reveal who our 100th poet is. When I reveal who it is, I'm going to ask everyone to unmute themselves so that they can go crazy for this person, give them love. And later on, I'm also going to play the video that YouTube banned, unbanned, and then unbanned again. So, but I'm gonna make sure we usually end at 10:30 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna end around 10:35. I'm gonna give the extra minutes so that me showing the band video doesn't get in the way of us getting a poet on. With that being said, Elemental is next. Where is Elemental? I just saw him. I know he was on here. Oh, here it is. Let me unmute him. Elemental, you can let the people know where they can find you online, and I'm trying to, okay, everything is set. Y'all do what you need to do. Go ahead.
Dope. Happy Monday to everyone who came before me and after. A lot of things happening. My book Calamity is out. Check in elemental.com. Tonight, this is something that someone really special to our community reached out. And so I will let my counterpart introduce herself and tell you where you can find her. Please.
You can find me right here.
Fantastic. Well.
Like sweet morning dew, I heard one verse from you, and it was plain to see you were my destiny. Sit perfectly next to these memories of a better me, and the worse me gave birth to my hurt, turned stagnant to right, stamina, action, and verse.
All the joy under the sun wrapped tightly into one, every form we breathe, born in a free verse harmony where Franklin, Hughes, and Hurston penned nourishment for the thirst of kin, unquenched by recompense served on black and white film Hollywood squares, I swear.
You have always been there in my time of need, heart bleeding, the saddest tears a love could cry, tree of tranquility. You stood next to me, dared anyone to uproot fate from this garden of ours, guarded by stars. That always light my way back to you're all I need.
Back when I was nothing, hustling verbs like word search, gotta love Jones for your prose and diphthongs, flip songs start long gone to coincide with sunrise lullabies scribed to the curve of the page to curb this rage, brought John Blaze to my cold frontal lobe of nowhere to go and no one's listening. There are few things that's forever, believe me. I could be your Noah, you could be my whiz, only getting closer, just tell it like it is.
Darling, in you I found every sound I never knew could be sweeter than laying next to the key to open my door. We met at 4 corners of fear, doubt, disbelief, and pride into safe spaces, liberation on holy pages, tabernacle on desolate stages. We've got the right foundation,
even when my skies were gray, trapped and displaced, brawling with inner space to conquest, faithless accusations of failure waiting to happen. You refused to give satisfaction to hungry, hopeless thoughts that only led to ruin, because you're all I need.
All I need, but you knew it. Made my ambitions translucent. Rubik's cubed, made it just like music. Remixed my bad news. Found strength in you when I was torn down to chemical compound. Periodic table set to feast on my fantasies. You showed up and screamed.
Ride together, cry together. I swear to God, I hope we can die together. This rhyme is reason. Stay scheming. Walk these dogs on hard streets through crack vial turnstiles to make sure we keep finding each other in gruesome places with awful faces of monsters in plain sight.
Like birds of prey, protecting their nest. You bring out the best of me. Recipe for legacy, heavenly.
Marvin and Tammy Harmony.
Mary's clarity.
Honey like bees to wings, we colony.
Flowers to spring. We got us, not enough.
My dearest, dearest poetry.
You're all I need to get by.
Ooh, unmute yourselves and give it
I just experienced.
Oh, bravo,
I just experienced.
That's what's up.
That was an experience.
Bravo, bravo.
Yes.
That was great.
Yes.
I can't even. I just can't. I can't even.
On a scale of 1 to 10, that was fire.
Wow.
We build a community over here. When I say to follow people, reach out to people, I mean it. Workshops are getting done, books are getting done, collaborations as beautiful as this is getting done. Now, Diane Ward, she's a little exclusive, okay? You can only find here in the Monday night online open mic. And of course, we're Bronx Fun Hub with Ron Mark Thompson, right? But like, you know, you become one of us, then you maybe get to do a collab. Check out Elemental. He got a book coming out, elemental.com. When you spell elemental, you take the T out and you put the 2 into it. Man, we building over here. We like Green Bay Packer fans in the family. I mean, everyone should come. Let's get it in. All right. We going to our cult leader, Nick Paleologos, who happens to be a New York Giants fan, even though they play in New Jersey, but he's our cult leader, so we go with it. Nick, where can the people find you online?
The cult. No, I'm kidding. You can follow me at the real Nick P. That's right there. And you said Elemental is a book. Do you mean this book right here? You mean this book right here? Elemental, I'm so used to you blowing my mind. It's my time. That's your turn. And Marissa, don't forget about you. It just came today. So there we go. All right. Here we go, y'all. This is some new shit right here. This one's called Your Own Personal Jersey Jesus. Come take a drink from the well. I see you have been dying in this arid wasteland. Your mouth has chapped and is sticking to surface. Come, take a drink from my well. You must be thirsty from trotting across plateaus. Quench that thirst. Your soul has been hallucinating of the moment you laid eyes on me. Reach out and touch faith. Do you believe in miracles that aren't written in shooting stars? It's hard to tell from afar. I am your own personal Jesus. Someone to hear your prayers, someone who cares. I don't brag about my package, I know how to deliver the goods. Feeling unknown and you're all alone. Flesh and by the telephone. Lift up the receiver, I'll make you a believer. Put the phone down. I'm here. No need to tag along cell phone waves. I know what you and your body craves. You and me and Indira. I am better than any app Google could conjure up. I'll drink from your lips an organic orgasmic display of body lockup, link up, LinkedIn, get the drinks in. You are addicted to me. No love potion number 9, 8, 7, or 0 has that effect on you that I can give. I am the nature you wanted to retreat away with. I am your river that you want to wash away your sins. I am me. Take second best, put me to the test. Things on your chest you need to confess. I will deliver, you know I'm a forgiver and a believer and a dreamer. I know that the warmth in your heart is stronger than the ice in your veins. I know that your voice is cherubs in my brain. No, I'm not insane in the membranes. I'm definitely not insane. I am your lovely little cult leader, your own personal Jersey Jesus. So, what sins do you want to confess? What sins do you want to commit tonight? I got a few ideas. I'm sure you do too. I got 69 different ideas. So, you're going to listen to me preach all night? Or do you want to bless the bedside with something simple? I'll wait for your answer.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick, take it there. Take it there, man. All the way up. Appreciate you.
Not fair, Nick. You singing is a different level.
Yo.
At the real Nick P, Nick Paleologos. He's trying to use his powers to cult leader. He got me, I'm going. Make sure that you give him a follow, Nick Paleologos at the real Nick P. He hosts his own open mics as well with a lot of different people, including Marissa Prada, the birthday girl, the belated birthday girl. We will get to her in a second. Right now, we're going to go and cross the border to our friend in Canada, Mr. Jeff Cottrell. Mr. Jeff Cottrell also appears in the latest highlight reel, the Super Power one. So make sure you go check it out. Jeff was hilarious. It's adequate, man. Jeff, let the people know where they can find you. Then let's hear your work, brother.
All right, find me at jeffcottrell.com and Facebook and Twitter. I found that highlight reel too, and I posted it on Facebook and Twitter, so we'll see who sees that. All right, this one I'm going to do has nothing to do with the theme. It's just one I haven't done on the Monday yet. It's called Dreams. You're a very bright boy. Am I, Mommy? Yes, you are. You're so smart. You can be anything you want when you grow up. I want to be a writer. No, don't be that. But you just said you can be anything else, though. Anything you want. Maybe I'll be a journalist then. No, that's not a good one either. You said I could be anything I wanted. Journalism doesn't pay well. You can't support a family. Maybe I don't want a family. I just want to write. You know, you get real good grades in math. Why don't you do something with that? Because I don't like math much. I like writing. But you're good at math. Why don't you become an accountant? They make good money. I don't want to be an accountant. Why don't you go into computers then? I hear there's lots of opportunity in computers. I don't want to go into computers. Why don't you be a doctor or a lawyer or something nice like that? I don't want to be a doctor or a lawyer. Well, what do you want to be? I told you, you can be anything. I want to be a writer. No, don't be that. But that's what I want to be. You know, Uncle Vern's always looking for new executives at Heath Widgets. I don't want to be an executive. But Heath Widgets pays real well. Widgets are in high demand in the manufacturing sector. I don't even know what a widget is. I don't know either, but I know they make money, and you can support a family. Maybe I don't want a family. And you can get a big house like Uncle Vern's and a nice car. I don't want a big house or a car. I want to write. But why do you want to write when there are so many other things? Because I like writing and that's what I want to do. But why? I keep saying you can be anything you want. I know. I want to be a writer. No, don't do that. Okay, Mommy, I'll be something else then. Good, good. What do you want to be? You can be anything. I think I'll be an actor. No. How about a musician? No. Don't be anything like that. I could be a filmmaker. No. What about a painter or a photographer? No. That's just getting silly. Maybe I'll be a choreographer then. What's a choreographer? Somebody who directs dance performances. No, no, absolutely not. But I don't know what else I'd like to be. But I keep saying you can be anything you want. And I keep saying I want to be a writer. No, don't be that. I don't know what else to say, Mommy. You know, the armed forces are always looking for new recruits. You want me to become a soldier. Soldiers make a lot of money. I don't want to be a soldier. They also build up their bodies up real good. I don't want to be a soldier. And you get to be a hero if there's a war or something. I don't want to be a soldier, Mommy. But I'd be so proud of you. I don't care if I make you proud. What did you say? I just want to do what I want to do. I don't care what you think. Well, I'm not going to stand for that kind of attitude. You get out of this house. You're kicking me out? Yes, I am. You get out of this house right now. You know I'm only 9 years old, right? I don't care. I have no son. Get out. All right, fine. I'll be something else then. Good, good, good. What do you want to be when you grow up? I would like to be a prestidigitator. Why, that sounds real technical and complicated. What is that? A prestidigitator works with prestidigitation. And what is that now? It's a challenging job, Mommy. It involves animals and dangerous equipment and stuff. Good! That wasn't so hard, was it? I told you you could be anything you want. You sure did. You're a very bright boy. Thank you, Mommy. Can I go to that poetry reading tonight? No, those events are a bad influence. I think they're all on drugs. Oh, for fuck's sake. That was called Dreams.
Yes! I love that. That was so good.
Every time.
Love it. Jeff Cottrell. When you spell Cottrell, that is 2 L's at the end. Look him up on Facebook, jeffcottrell.com. I love this dude. That's the conversation I had with my son. Except instead of being a writer, he wanted to be a YouTuber. No, especially not now. We're going to get to that band video, maybe another half hour. We're going to get to that, man. But jeffcottrell.com, make sure you check him out. Next coming up, was she? I don't know if she was in the band video, but she was definitely in the Superpower video. The birthday girl, Marissa Prada. Marissa, let the people know where they can find you, and then let's hear your poetry.
Oh, happy Monday. Thank you, everyone who came to support Generalissimo and myself this Saturday. We had so much fun. Thank you so much. You can find me, Marissa Prada, on Facebook, Prada Painting and Poetry on IG. I co-author The Word is Right, WRITE. And of course, my press is Red or Green Books. Red is READ, redorgreenbooks.com. My book is in. So if you would bless me by picking up a copy, if you cannot afford a copy, please let me know. I'd be glad to send you one anyway. I will do that. It's a very important topic that we talk about in this book is grief. So if you're struggling or know someone who's struggling, hit me up and I'll get you a copy of the book. All right. Are you ready? I see my videos lagging and I don't know what the fuck is up with that. So I hope it's not gonna matter. So here we go.
We can hear you well. Your audio is perfect. The video is lagging, and which is unfortunate because we know you're gonna go in, but we can hear you perfectly. Go ahead.
Well, one of the two of us has to go in, so it better just be me. All right, here we go. I just wrote this. I've only done one dry run, so I hope it is as funny as I think it is. All right. Do you experience that dry mouth from breathing too hard during sex and your partner begins to get that pasty, crusty at the corners of their mouth? Does it make you feel parched, maybe a little bit thirsty? That thirst trap is the worst crap? Well, I have the perfect product for you. Why not reach for an ice cold bottle of our best Vajatorade? That's right. There are lots of ways to hydrate, copulate, but you know, eventually the pussy gonna run dry too. So why reach for Vajatorade? Because we are Vajata Great. taste it, drink it, do it all night long. Market research shows if we compare our liquid to other name brands, they can't compare. In a side-by-side blind taste testing in an actual bedroom during actual intercourse, that was an interesting film shooting. Yeah, the Big V performed beautifully. When you taste Vegatorade for the first time, it will be better than your first time. Find what fuels you and don't lose your liquid on Schweddables. While not having quite as many nutrients as actual cum, Vegatorade will keep you powered up so you sinners of the satin sheets never go thirsty again. Want to win big in bed? Then don't go down without a fight. All work and no play means you gotta drink a lot of a Gatorade. Win from within, that's where the G spot is. Duh. But don't worry, fuck friends. Tomorrow is a new day. Feed the need to find the real V spot. Now you can fuel the fucking with this ice cold Vegatorade. Buy in bulk for those thick, blessed men out there. Don't fight the urge to splurge so you can spew all over someone new. Vegatorade will not let you down. Don't put crap in your mouth. We don't swing that way. Plus, you get more sex with Vegatorade than other thirst trap brands. I mean, Advocate drinks it. Yeah, he kind of needs it. Ignore the fact that, like most Bears fans, he's still single. For those older folks not quite dead yet, try our new Silver Springs drink to wet your crusty crotches out there. The solution is simple. When the thirst trap is the worst crap, drink a Vegatorade. Don't forget that swallowing is a major plus. Remember, thirst hurts, so quench the queef. Drink Vegatorade. Put us in your body today. Thank you. Sorry about the video lag.
Wow.
Some of that. Yeah, we're gonna get some of that. We're gonna get some of that. Rich.
Oh my God.
That
Wow.
was awesome.
I feel so refreshed.
Genius.
Hold on.
Marissa Prada, go look her up. And she looked like all American with the glasses and like the bunny, you know what I'm saying? And then all of that potty stuff coming out her mouth. Marissa Prada, go give her a follow. Fantastic writer, so creative on Zoom and performing. And I said, because I haven't seen her, perform in person, but like so creative on Zoom. And she's working with a lot of other artists. Make sure y'all go get with the community, man. We got a dope community over here. All right, next coming up, before we come up, because I'm gonna try to clean off the Zoom room. Lawrence Chan is next. He hasn't been here in a while. How am I going to invite him after all the things got dirty? Real quick, I want to give a shout out to some people who are here in the room, but aren't on the open mic list, like Mary Blenderman. You could go check out Mary Blenderman at maryblenderman.com. She's been in quite a few of our highlight reels. And I think the last one I'm working, was she in Superpower too? I don't know. She's been in quite a few of late. She's awesome. Also, shout out to the homie in Long Island, Patty. I love this woman's girls. Shout out to Patty. She is going to be signing up soon. She has been writing. She's promised me she's going to sign up. She had some problems and how to do it this past Sunday. Hopefully, we get to see her soon. Shout out to Dominique Colden, who shows up in the band video. So we're going to see, she's not signed up, but we're going to hear Dominique tonight. Shout out to Ron, Mark Thompson, and Bronx Fun Hub. Ron went out to Governor's Island. I know a few of you were at the New York City Poetry Festival. Shout out to all you. Poetic Desire is here, a mainstay here at the Monday night online open mic. Appreciate having her here as always. Mariela Salazar, who is it's 2 in the morning, I think, for her right now. She's out hanging out with us. Shout out to Mariella. Appreciate having you here. Also, Net Vega in the building. She hasn't signed up in a while. What's going on? I don't think she signed up once during season 2. Also, shout out to my brother Chance. He's a mess all the time. Gotta give love to him, man. Make sure you give him a shout out. Mia Aguilera is here. She is Sam Park's friend, but she's making a name for herself. I saw her come in and check us out, even though she is not signed up. I'm gonna get to more people who are here checking us out. But now let's go to Lawrence Chan. Lawrence, I tried to clean the Zoom room as much as possible for you. So with that being said, Lawrence, Let people know they can find you online, and then let's hear your poetry.
I just recently got an Instagram account actually today. It's at Lawrence Chan 0. Just had one poem on it. It's different from the poem I'm reading today. Oh, and how are the Yankees doing? Okay, I guess that says it all. Anyway, the poem I'm reading today is untitled. I don't think it's on theme, so sorry about that. So anyway, untitled, here goes. Let me tell you about a girl that got game. She looked like a black Mary Jane, brown skin and pretty brown eyes, a smile that could hypnotize, her thick ass and thighs. We caught each other's glance, so I decided to take a chance. Excuse me, miss, what's your name? Tell me where you're from. She's looking at me like shocked and stunned. She says she's never been with a Chinese man. I told her she better change her future plans. After a few days and nighttime conversations, she called me one weekend to give me a revelation. She says she wants to try some yellow fever. Finally, I get to satisfy my jungle fever. I was like, God damn it, my body was all frantic, driving through traffic like an escaped prison bandit. We did it at the breakfast, lunch, and did it too. And we were still not through. We did it all night too. Now we've been together for several weeks. We still act like freaks underneath the bed sheets. But now I'm thinking, is this love? Because she's the only one I ever think of. I knew I was falling in love with her back then, but I didn't want to put my heart in that position again. Should have told her that I loved her from the start, but I didn't want to take a chance at a broken heart. One day you called asking me if I was free because you needed to meet up with me. You told me you were pregnant and I was a daddy, thinking that the news would make me happy. Instead, I talk about regaining our freedom, all because we decided to fuck without a condom by condemning this unborn child to die. And as I said these words, you started to cry. You told me you were going to keep it, even if I wasn't ready, and I wanted to call it quits. I admit I was first driven by lust, but in the end, you became the one I love and trust. I wanted you to understand I fall deeper in love with you each day. Because of you, I'm a better man. I wouldn't have my life any other way. But these words fell on deaf ears because of your lingering fears. I saw the tears as you looked over your shoulder, asking me, will I still be here when I'm older? You didn't want a replay of your family's drama, being raised by a single mama, telling me about your father who always promised to stay, but in the end, he went away. Leaving your crying mom, always feeling betrayed. To you, those days still feel like yesterday. No matter what I said, you saw the doubt in my eyes, and to you, I couldn't lie or deny that I wasn't ready for the responsibility, and I was having doubts about the man in me to be able to raise and support a family. But even though my mind might be insecure, I swear my love to you is pure. No matter what, it will endure. And even after this fight, we told each other everything would be all right. We're just two lost, broken souls, but each other, we find a way to be home. A month later, we're playing our favorite jams from the stereo on the nightstand, talking about our future plans, talking about bringing our new life into this world, and thinking about a name for a baby boy or girl. I wanted our child to know from where your ancestors came. So I'm looking through a book of African names, asking if you want our child to have my chinky eyes, but I didn't hear any reply. I walked through the kitchen door and I found you collapsed on the floor. As your hands tried to reach for my head, I love you were the last words you said. As you struggled through your breathing, your chest heaving, I felt your last few breaths leaving. You were rushed to the hospital before the break of dawn, but it was too late as the doctor said, you told me you were gone. Now, instead of sharing our child's first steps, first words, first cry, I'm at your funeral saying my last goodbyes. I pray for God's grace to turn back time and take your place. But God hasn't answered my prayers as I'm drowning into despair. Every day I have countless tears I wept because this is a life that I can't accept. Tell me, God, how many more tears do I have left? Because I'm looking for anything to stop this pain. I'm pumping every drug I can find into my veins. Some make me grasp for my breath, hoping to find one to lead me closer to death. Because in this world, I have no love, no peace, no friends. All I'm waiting for is for my life to end so I could see my love and my child again.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I mean, you
shit,
can
that was
give
fucking deep.
some love to
Oh,
Lawrence.
man.
Your heart out,
Welcome
Jose.
back.
Wow.
Incredible.
Man, man.
Thank you
That
for
was
sharing that.
incredible.
Sharing
We
that
got
for
you
us.
though, man. We got you.
That was
Believe that.
great.
We got you.
One of us. One of us.
Sending you love.
Lawrence Chan. Lawrence, make sure you put your info into the chat, of course. And oh man, I appreciate the bravery that Lawrence just displayed in being like so vulnerable. You know, we look to have a balance and not push what we call trauma porn. We don't want to sell people's trauma, but at the same time, we so appreciate when people are allowing them to be so vulnerable and honest and open. That is what so many people connect to. Also, Lawrence, make sure you read the chat. So many people are saying thank you. They're applauding your bravery and the writing too, right? Not just the story, but the writing as well. Lawrence Chance, man, we haven't seen them in a while. I hope that that you are not a stranger, and I forgive you for the low blow, man, with the Yankees. I forgive you for the low blow. It's all right. The NFL football season is starting. Justin Fields is the Chicago Bears quarterback. I'll be fine. This is definitely not the Yankees I grew up with. Okay, next coming up is the apple of my eye. She is back, Catherine Badan. So I think the second or third week she is back. All is well with the world, even if the Yankees are losing. Catherine, let the people know where they can find you online. Then let's hear your poetry.
CatherineBadan.com. I also have a YouTube channel with some of my pieces, and my website is my photos of my writing. I have a music site too, but that's just too much to deal with tonight. So I wrote a theme. It's called The Thirst Trap. I dance, I sing, and then I partake of what's yours, which is now mine. I have a thirst for what's yours, which is really mine. I heave and I hoe, and then I decide to take what's yours, as it is sure to become mine. I have an unquenchable thirst for your things, your rings, your shiny new bling, like a crow landed on a windsill of your room. I see what people have, and I want it, I want it, I want it now. My thirst is insatiable. I will go out of my way to get it. There are no limits to my desires, no limits to my acquiring of people, places, and things. Everything illusory that this world has to offer. Give me your cars, your houses, your people, above all the people, because they constantly want and are always dissatisfied with their lot. Give me everything is to have and ultimately claim. I have a bottomless pit of pride inside of me which cannot be contained. It cannot be sublimated or relayed by any other channel. I feel empty inside without the power to purchase and buy something pretty, something smelling of new leather, something expensive and super glitzy. Above all, it has to be expensive to impress the best people. It has to be expensive to fill the hole in their souls. I'll take whatever you want to give me. Please give it to me now. I'll slip out with anything you'd like to give me. Yes, I'll take it from your house. It doesn't belong to you anyway because it's mine, all mine. Don't you know I'm the thirst trap? Don't you know I'm the energy sap? I'll suck you dry until your tongue feels like welted parchment needing a cold, wet relief. But there is none. The relief never comes, as there is no relief to the constantly unsatisfied desires for people, places, and things. You may think you have some essence of control, but I am the only one who has control, and it's all over you. It's all on you. I sweep it under the rug or hide it in the corner, and then I engage it and find out what's yours, which ultimately becomes mine, all mine and only mine. It's the me, me, me dance. It's the me, me, me trance. And do you think it will make you happy? Oh, my dears, you haven't a chance. It will rape you and suck you dry of any and all sensitivity, of any and all sensibilities. I will take your soul and wrap it in a small black box tied with a golden ribbon, keeping you alone and isolated just for me. I will keep you on a shelf to display for the entire world to see, but you are still mine, and everything you own is also mine. I own you. I own your mind, your desires, your heart, your precious time. I am you and you are mine, always and forever, as long as you don't say never or try to run away. And if you try to dissuade me from doing my work, I promise I will take not only what's yours, but also everything that belongs to all the people whom you care about in this world. I want, I need, I scourge, I feed on everything you have and want and see. You will never, no, never get away from me. I am your dancing, your singing, your spinning wheel of misfortune. I am your never satiated, always infatuated, deep well of materialistic greed. I am the thirst trap of your falsely corrupt imagined dreams. The hope that somehow when you get it, it's what you really, really need. It's the hope that what you take will somehow give you the sweet relief of having to live in this world, but it won't and it never will. Only I can give you that. Only I can hand over your miserable desires and fuel your obsessive grabbings at the pie. Who do you think you are anyway? Certainly not a spiritual soul. Oh no, you are nothing but a debased human thing without any goals other than to grovel for constant material consumption and amass. Do you see how we are alike, you and I? And can you see how we will forever be joined and intertwined? As what you want, I also want, and I will take it from you and add it to my ever-growing pile of cast-off accumulated things. But really, I am always looking out for you. I try to get you to see the truth, but you keep adding to the funeral pyre. The flames then have no choice but to burst higher and higher. I want what you want and everything you own, because you know deep down inside it's really mine. Everything you own belongs to me, and I will take it.
What the fuck are we supposed to do in this house?
Welcome back.
Amazing.
Honestly, that's Catherine. That's what it really is.
Amazing.
But damn.
Wow.
Woo!
God damn. God damn.
Damn.
Catherine Badan, the apple of my eye and the cake of my ears. I love listening to that woman share her poetry. CatherineBadan.com. Go check her out. She is a wonderful photographer as well. When you spell Badan, Badin. It's spelled like bad in, Badin, but it's pronounced Badan. I had to learn it too, but it's worth learning for a woman like that. Whoa, love it. Okay. Because it's going to be a little tough to follow that, but I know Paul Conqueso is going to be able to. Really want to quickly shout out again some people who did not sign up, but who showed up in the Zoom chat. I see Miro is here. Miro is a great example of why we should connect in the community. She started to put together an anthology of not all of the poets in the community, but many of the poets here jumped on it. Shout out to Miro. I'm glad she's here. Tanish Kaur. I love that woman's voice and her poetry as well. Shout out to Scott Pleasance. If you hear us say great Scott is a pleasant gesture, is because a poet's giving up their space for someone else to use, and Scott Pleasance started that, so we had to name it after him, right? So even if we're going 10 years from now, that's it. Scott Pleasant is woven into the legend of the Monday Night Online Open Mic. Also, Eric G is here. Eric G, we don't get to hear from him often, but he keeps showing love. I want to make sure that I let him know we recognize that. What up, Eric G? Also, Roz from the Bronx is in the building through her bigbrowneyes.com. She's a mainstay here. Umberto Marte, who is always giving love, always comes by. He has only performed once over the last year plus, and he just keeps listening. Shout out to him. Shout out to JB Allen. I don't know who that is, but I see you here on Zoom. Shout out to JB Allen. Noelia, I don't know who Noelia is, but she's here. Shout out to Noelia. Thank you for checking out. Stephen Vital. I hope I said your name right. Is it Vital or Vital? I think it's Vital. We're going to go for Vital right now. Shout out to Stephen, Rebecca M, and Aisha Jackson. Both, I don't know, but they are here. I appreciate y'all coming in and listening to our poets. I hope you're entertained, and I think you're going to be entertained by our next poet, our honey trap, and that is Paul Conqueso. Let me unmute him. Paul, let the people know where they can find you online and get into your thirst.
Y'all could find me at Paul Conqueso on IG and Linktree. I'm gonna be hosting an open mic, a boy band open mic with Fincabulary on August 5th, and a lot of other shit in the works. I Can't Breathe magazine coming soon. But yeah, thirst trap. I guess this is designed for me. This is called Honey Trapped in Desert Oasis. Even the most well-laid plans of mice and men come crumbling down when traps are bound like bottomless bear scooping hungry hand in honey pot. Honey traps, suggestive snaps, and IG lives in any language, a thirst-ass trap. If you in need of wet, I can GPS you the coordinates to where my lips at, or you can follow constellations in Sahara, night, Polaris, light, map of how to perhaps ladle this Big Dipper into your parcel of stars. But why be a star fucker when you can be a god fucker? Bathe you in galaxy of our supper, osmosis of our own Milky Way, but I won't utter a word of finishing unless you come first. Tell me how you ever had a gentleman. If not, then girl, you deserve a gentleman. Eat you out for dinner like a gentleman. Knock before I enter like a gentleman. Uber Eats my way to your place, cause girl, you're the dessert. Want tongue? Then I can come, make your Niagara fall, cascade and break upon rocks, our bodies becoming vapor as we both become made of this mist we ingest. But TLC taught me not to go chasing. Stick to the rivers and the lakes that I'm used to, bodies of water, mutual, never use you, but my currents can soothe you like the technique will make you stream, make it drip, but try not to cream on this goatee, cause see, I got plans to plant and water can them roots with my stem. Region of elongation, reaching root cap proves that we are all merely floral fauna in need of nutrients, and the quandary of what to classify male Venus as. Is it Mercury or penis flytrap? We fly trapping, zippers caught, and we all sticky tape, ticker tape, our bare bodies made into carnival of our carnal parade, Polaroid eyes watching photo synthesize our unbridled desires, botanical gardening cries for precipitation from skies. And as a god of storm, I feel it's my solemn duty to provide. I'ma buy you a drink, ooh, I'ma take you home with me. I got money in the bank, shorty, what you think about that? I'll be in the gray cat, we in the bed like, ooh, 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 we in the bed like, ooh, ooh, oh, oh, oh. So if you truly dehydrated, I can crack open the 6-pack as you unfasten the hatch and go, girl, it's your birthday. Open wide. I know you're thirsty. Make them say, ah, 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 ah. Make them say, ah, 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 ah. And we don't buy no drinks at the bar. We pop champagne because we got that dough. Let me hear you say, ah, 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 ah. You want me to say, ah, 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 ah. So when you parch, just cock that neck back. Take a shot, hit that arch in your back, your and your crack like back shots like Return of the Mac, sauce with double meat, 3 times the bun and 4 times the cheese. Cause see, that's mine to slap for one secret formula. Have you sprung? And you don't need no other body. You don't need no other body. Only you fit on my body. Only you fit on my body, and you don't need no other body. Let's sweat it out. Grab my hand. I could put you on that queso's workout plan. And yet this bearded 33-year Yeshua may in fact die and resurrect, only to rise again, sinking into the slow quicksand of your desert rose. Hips turn core to aloe vera, cracked open cactus, grip and stab this shaft. Its only source of hydration in dune when all else seems stuck in arid stasis. Make that oasis as temp rises to real desiccated, scorching, torrid drought and mirage atmosphere. And this here strokes a heat stroke is getting hot in her, so take off all your clothes. You know, they straight soak because the plan was always to get hot and wet. Girl, you make me wanna sweat when you touch me like that. Girl, you know I wanna give it to you. Thirst trapper like Honey Badger, and she wanna lick the rapper, so I let her lick the rapper. Because I just don't care what noise ordinances we break, what the neighbors say. This bouquet of chuparosa grow and pheromone, because perhaps up until now you've had a drought, but don't worry. This honey pot is here to shower you with all the hydration you can take, so you don't have to fear this bone dry trap of thirst. So good it hurts. Just relax and prepare for this hydrant to hydrate you and make you pool like a honey dripping puddle of hydrangeas kept in this desert oasis.
Yeah,
Woo!
unmute yourself.
Down to the underground building. This dude is so ridiculous, man. For real.
Mr. Worldwide. Won't be no lady left.
Paul Con Queso, you can give him a follow at Paul Con Queso. When you spell queso, that is QUESO. Make sure you give him a follow. He does teaching. Paul, I need 4 minutes, man. I have to cut you off next time. I need 4 minutes, man. Please, please. Make sure you go give him a follow. And then he's hosting some boy band thing with my current co-host, Finn Bell. Make sure you go check that out. Okay, next coming up is Gigi. Where's Gigi? Gigi was all about her seat when Paul was performing. I hope she has some energy left for her poem. Gigi, where can the people find you online? And then let's see your poetry.
You can find me online at arcadian-poetry.com or on Instagram at iron_resilience. I'm a little nervous. I channeled both The Withdrawn and Marissa in these 2 poems. One is sexy and the other one is funny. I don't do that much, but the theme was thirst trap. So enjoy, because this is it, guys. All right, so the first one is called Jawbreaker, and the second one is called The Awkward Thirst Trap for Men. Jawbreaker. If you were to ask her what her nickname is, she'd say Jawbreaker. Her body is a sweet treat, so you better wipe your face so she has a clean seat. So embrace for impact. We are only serving desserts with a side of audacity. They call her Jawbreaker because I promise you, if it isn't her thighs cushioning your neck, if you ever catch yourself with unsung words or any level of disrespect, it won't be her thighs, it will be her hands wrapped around your neck. There will be no safe words when disrespect is mouthed. So might I suggest you put your hands together and say grace before a meal with a woman who likes to be called Jawbreaker. And then the second one is called the Awkward Thirst Trap for Men. My body is bounty, but I promise I am an oasis until I speak. I talk a little too much. It's hard to be seen as sexy when you never shut the fuck up. My bite and my bark are of equal impact, but I think that's part of the appeal. I'm a mirage to men. If you run towards me, I promise I will disappear. I'm not what you're looking for here. I promise men make my body like a desert. You don't need to use a goddamn dowsing rod to find a fountain when there was obviously a road map. I've retired from men, a bisexual with a preference. My jaw can't take being dislocated once again from all the times I let my mouth do all the work, but it wasn't words I was swallowing. I've retired from dating men with a 5-star review while they've never returned the favor. I'm no longer breaking my jaw for men, but I'd let any woman suffocate me. So when men ask me now what that mouth do, it's a simple answer. For you, probably just complain. Thank you.
Damn! Oh, give it that.
That's how you do it.
Jawbreaker! Jawbreaker!
Oh,
Hey!
Gets it, you guys, and she's gorgeous. Wow.
GG, we've never seen GG like that. Is fire. Make sure you give her a follow, iron_resilience. Oh, she went in. All arrogant and everything, and I was here for all of it. And then Mary Blenderman in the comments was like cackles and gay. It was like, it's hilarious. Make sure y'all go check the chat. That was hilarious. I screamed when I read that, when I read Mary's comment, I just screamed. That was hilarious. Whoo, GG. Okay, all right. Like I said, today, because we're shifting gears, because they tried to silence us, tried to ban us. I am showing the video that YouTube had banned and then unbanned and then banned and then banned again. So this is the highlight reel from our open mic titled Naked. Enjoy it, YouTube.
A tree, an olive that is.
Okay, so naked, shall we? Whew, that's better.
Can I start over? You are not the first person to ask me what it feels like to come inside them.
When you come inside of me, I am not there. It is only you.
I usually start with, oh God, how do I answer that? And then
kink is a sudden freedom unraveled by lust.
I also do this with questions one might consider more substantive.
Shush of ocean pulsing against blocked ears.
In this sacred hush, I lean back.
Is it possible to love two people at the same time?
In my mouth, you are salt.
An oil star kindled,
In my mind, you are flood.
the light of the likeness.
In my vagina, you are the floor of every ocean.
We become.
In my ass, I'm unable to write it. I'll try harder.
I am a pile of pages in your hands.
Tension of rope tied to bedpost.
You ask if you can unbind me.
Wanting to press all of my own waiting nude shape into yours again.
Well, this theme is kind of piling on, isn't it? I mean, anytime you get up to speak a poem, you're dropping your pants.
These days, I'm more than okay with my naked. I let it go streaking.
Naked.
Naked is honest.
And open to me.
Naked is real.
Stripped down to the bare bones.
Naked is raw.
Intensely raw.
Naked is progress.
And somehow, you remind me of a sensation I wished I had felt that if I had, might have assuaged me.
Naked is our paying homage to the god or goddess within our body.
Naked, we are a jigsaw puzzle inside a kaleidoscope.
I watch this kaleidoscope shimmer and jump upon my own arm as I reach out.
No indignation, no fronts, no facades, no half-stepping.
I am in my skin.
My head bowed between my shoulder blades at the altar of your thighs.
Thunderstorm building across the roll of plains.
If there's one thing church taught me,
the undertow at Marconi Beach.
It's how to worship.
The closest beach is a short ride away.
Peek all you wish.
Reverb of orgasm by my own hands.
Love God's bow at this altar.
I am real wherever you touch me.
And always, always
lay with the divine. Thank you.
Oh,
you're not worthy.
How about them Apple YouTube? We playing it again, man. You saw Mary Blenderman look in the camera about worshiping. Church taught her well. Church taught her well. You can find that and all of the other highlights. There are like 16 episodes of the highlights on my YouTube channel. Look up Advocate of Words. Make sure that naked video should be up there. Make sure that if it is up there, you share it everywhere. All right, share it everywhere. We just keep going after the Google aliens. So we still got more poetry to get to and our 100th unique poet who signed up. So let's keep it moving. Michael Sindler is next, a mainstay here at the Monday Night Online Open Mic. He's like 12 weeks in a row with season 2. Season 2, this is our 16th episode. Michael signed up for 15. Michael, good man, promote lighthousewriters.org.
Oh, yeah, sure. Good way to start, lighthousewriters.org. New classes just starting up. Always worth checking out. Lots of free events and all kinds of other good stuff. Man, just watching that, I'm sitting there going like, okay, what's the part that you should ban it for? What's the part? There's nothing. There's absolutely no reason whatsoever to ban that thing. That was just sweet. You know, that was just stupid. I just don't get it. So I'm gonna kind of, you know me, I'm not coming with this stuff that we were just coming with. But this is sort of at least based on an image, and because of the fact that you can't screen share on this, I just threw this image up in the chat for anybody who wants to look at it while I'm reading this thing. It's All Night Coffee for Edward Hopper. She sits alone under incandescence, cracked coffee cup, her still warm companion. Ghosts floating on oily, caffeinated glaze, reflecting, lost in the murky fluid's depths, gazing into patterns no other patron is privy to. Outside, beyond the panes of frost-flogged glass, beyond the door which lets in frigid boreal breezes with each new entrance or swift departure, swinging open, swinging shut, accompanied by singing bell of brass that peals to note each passing, echoed by gasping, whining hinges, harmonies, winds howl down bleak, deserted streets. rain falling in a showering curtain in sheets, a million mirrors of tears caught by streetlight, incessant, accommodating, salt-like crystals of stinging sleet that flutter like sleep in between its layers, stab, leave pinpoint bruises that linger like bad dreams. Relentless rain pouring into potholes, roaring through drain pipes, chill mist and slick sidewalk await her returning steps. She knows that when this bone china cup of now cold liquid is consumed, she will retreat, will stub one last butt out into the ashtray, will wearily rise from scuffed Cordovan Naugahyde seat, pushing off from Formica-topped oasis, circled by scuffed legs of chairs upside down on adjacent tables where the tired busboy sweeps up crumbs and all else left behind, forgotten or discarded scraps, mopping up spills and muddy shoe prints. She will find her footing, then stumble across linoleum, thin Macintosh pulled tight, belt cinched, collar up, cheap heels clacking, echoing into the night. And do another one that is a love poem at any rate. It's an acrostic sonnet called In Love with Love. Inside the silent chamber beyond thought nestles the seed of compassion, hatching luminescent treasure that can't be bought. Offer freely, profit by dispatching. Vibration sings cellular choral tune, expanding current flows through creation, whole and part reflect, harmonize, commune, incite miracles of transmutation. Touch, gently caressing, begin to mend, healing from within, radiating out. Love proves no burdens too great to transcend, opening hearts, smiles, trust supplanting doubt, vestigial sorrow slipped off like a glove. Ecstasy is to be in love with love. Okay, thank y'all.
Oh, so good.
Yes.
Nice. Very nice.
Beautiful.
Wonderful.
Beautiful. Thank you,
Michael.
Michael.
Beautiful piece.
Michael Sindler, always promoting lighthousewriters.org. Make sure you go look it up. And he's always here on our Monday night and our Thursday night online open mic. He is a mainstay here. Him and that beautiful mane of his, man. That beautiful mane of his. Go. He just shook it. I love it. I love it. Michael Sindler, man. I'm so happy he's part of the community. Make sure. Oh, I was going to say go give him a follow, but you already follow me. You have to come to our online open mics. Next coming up is another mainstay, and that is Ray Jane, who has also been featured in many of our highlights. Ray Jane, please let the people know where they can find you. And now let's hear that fire, sis.
What's up? Greetings to everyone. You can find me on itsrayjane.com. I'm going to put it in the chat. I also have my first workshop this Thursday. I'm calling it an excuse to have a party. So that's what we're going to do. Hope to learn from you, and I hope you can learn from me. If you're interested, that will also be in the chat. So wrote something new for this, before this. I hope you fucks with it. It's called Flirting with Boaz. I wonder if you can feel it. Me dripping myself over you, bathing your skin in my senses. Can you feel it? When I climb my almond eyes up your ankles to that sensitive spot just behind your right knee. Further, all the way. Can you feel me? Hurtling energy at you, aiming to collapse you with warm intentions. If you would just look here, I'm sure our windows would open for each other. Let me be a cool breeze. perfect number of degrees, minor details between us like, what did your mama name you? Have you tamed your traumas yet? Which one do you fight with the most? And which is first to draw blood when weak? I mean, I'm not trying to sweat you or nothing. But what if our sweat was collective? What if we built mountains? What if we demolished each other delectably, demonstratively, demonstrating the duality of every dichotomy? I mean, I'm not trying to press you, but that beer got me acting up. I think I poured you once. In some past revolution, I let you spill over my sides. I can just about taste you. Remember how you favored fresh cup of Ethiopian coffee, slow drip. Please forgive me. Unable to disprove Newton's first, I motivate these vibrations towards you at constant velocity, hoping to move you. Lift you from your now semi-crouched position, erect you. Then shift your sands and etch a sketch of how your potential blends so easily into your skin. But you look up, and eye catches eyes, you seem surprised. Spreading lips split my face, but only on the right. Semi-conscious, tongue drags over low-hanging ripened fruit of mouth. I do not blink. Shyness covers your cheeks. Instinct drops your head. And immediately I know you were never ready for me. Thank you.
Unmute yourselves and give
Imagine-
congratulations.
Yes,
She did it right. Imagine being
Never gonna feel ever. That's it.
I got the vapors.
Ray Jane, you can follow her on her website. It's Ray Jane, ITS, RayJane.com. I'm about to grow my beard out now, man. Poems just dictating your life like that. Like, yo, Ray Jane, make sure you check the chat. And I want to give a shout out. Yeah, make sure that you guys check the chat. Part of this, like being the audience, is not just listening, but you actually get to interact, right? You get to see what everyone else's cool lines are and whatnot. And you know what I'm saying? So make sure you go check it. Shout out to the people who like are constantly put in the chat. Like even like Amanda gave up her spot today, but she is all up in the chat giving love. Mary Blenderman too. We love us some Mary Blenderman. She's in there. I see Nathaniel Beck. I'm seeing a lot of different people up in the chat. Make sure that y'all go check. Ray Jane was interacting. So join us on Zoom. Get in that chat, man. Propaganda Poet. I'm gonna have to start naming some. Everyone's gonna be like, yo, how you forget my name? You know, I'll be up here. You know, right now, Elemental is pissed that I didn't mention his name when he's in the chat all the time. You know what I'm saying? You see Gigi, she all up like her video, like I'm here. I be responding. Why don't you mention my name? Let me get going. Y'all gonna jump me. And another person who stays in the chat too that I don't mention is Paul Skiff. We are going into the Skiff verse, and Paul is always in the chat giving love. And Paul, every now and then, he likes to give up his spot, but every time he gives up his spot, people aren't here. Like when Roz wasn't here last week. I'm sorry, Paul. I see you, brother. Let the people know where they can find you, and then let's hear your poetry.
Hi, everybody. I'm on, in the interweb at paulskiff.com and Instagram at just Skiffgram. That's where I've been putting most content recently. I'm just going to read a couple of short excerpts from this piece of creative nonfiction. I read a piece from before. I can't remember what theme that was. So this is out of context, and I hope you just enjoy the poetry. Now, instead of manipulating my vulva, instead of cultivating my vulva grew wild and proliferated, elemental, galaxial, all-encompassing. My vulva, which was, after all, me, not an annex, not a waiting room where I idled on offer to others with their spiritless conformity. My vulva flourished. What was behind the word vulva? If they could answer that, they wouldn't have to offer you this, my vulva's refusal to capitulate. The answer is something you would have to really hear, and that wasn't likely to happen. The phone rang pleadingly. I have to tell you, Paula, I feel threatened by your impenetrable thoughts, complained the doctor. Hey, Doc, I figured speaking compound sentences would surpass one more restriction shoved at me by corporate savior figures who demand I subordinate to their commercial level of understandability. What's going to happen? How will this end, Paula? Well, that's easy, Doc. I'm going to depart where you are with the non-moral, ritualistic, violent features of vulva thought. Vulva thought. No vulva thought. Excision. Capitalism was over as an omnipotent inspiration to order and growth. It had dove in on itself advertorially. Its consumer dreamland, devoid of one wholly functioning mind and full body participation with life, performed the diminishing routine of a restrictive perversion, a chronic low-grade trauma that drove out all sense of need, now erected like a massive scaffold, promoting refurbishment of a democrashed imperial monument that, however, had been condemned. Only the push of info barf and the free fall of relentlessly sexualized cultural products redolent of a asphyxiated here and now, shrill, anxious, bungled, stagnant, and opaque as bile, stole themselves in rapturous, heart-chilling burnout of forced blankness, a telerectoid super show of meaning deprivation, lip-syncing pussy hunger over data haze rummaged through and groped by closed-up things like the social, economic, psychological, military, or cultural, now styled as though they were science's freak mutated bodies of knowledge, numb and shocked the way an epic serialized advertisement for some company's own voice transfixes the face of any office worker from one end of a train tunnel to the other. Vulva thought. Still no vulva thought, but something guarding vulva thought, anchored to bones, between legs, below where spine rose from deep pelvic shore. There shudder accumulated, every flow suspended, backed up over the remains of hymen, under the small, rounded, spongy tubercle that erected itself from concealment beneath crisp hairs and labia, up large veins on either side from the triangle of smooth skin between clitoris and entrance, risen on the free, protruding extremity, calling open, smooth pair of folds extending down obliquely from clitoris outward and back that rose and lost themselves in the orifice over nerves, vessels, and glands to enervate outer pair of folds that fall from rounded eminence of mons to terminate closely, nearly parallel at the short interval between anus. In this, all of this, vulva thought flourished, held. Her whole body was enlivened by it, held too. The contractual shout that would tear her body apart and redistribute it. She was not in the room where she lay. There was only silence with vulva thought beneath it. The word world, unfreed by mouth, where indwelling breath hit at its source, not under the conjugated syntax of wakefulness that would partition her pure physicality. The word began to thrust its shards of control and subjugation in silent sleep. But in that silent sleep, before her own body could erase itself, her mouth parted. Instead, on a remote, otherwise indescribable fraction of morning, barely formed, avoiding wakefulness, seeped a word whose uniqueness, whose uselessness was not a protection.
Damn.
Oh my
Wow.
Gift of the year. Don't quit.
man.
Wow.
Don't quit.
was
It's so
amazing.
tired. Ugh.
Just yes.
paulskiff.com. When you spell skiff, that is with 2 F's at the end. paulskiff.com. He is an OG of the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. I say it time again, I feel like he's got more claim to this open mic than I do. Give this dude a follow. Paul Skiff. Hopefully we will see him the 21st. I got a feeling we're going to see him the 21st. Now we're coming out of Skiff verse and back into the open mic verses. Speaking of verses, I really do feel like Stan Lee. We got so many awesome characters here in this open mic, and then I get to do the highlights and I get to show off to all my friends. Look at all these superheroes that I get to play with every Monday. Sorry, Tuesday, you're the new Monday. Nathan Davila is next. Nathan has not signed up for the Monday Night Online open mic. Oh, he got his shades on. He is ready. He is ready. Nathan, I hope you've been watching. This is how you do it. You let the people know where they can find you online, and you spit your poetry. Before you do so, where you located, brother?
I'm over here in New Orleans, Louisiana. That's where I'm at.
New Orleans. I got a lot of love for New Orleans. I don't like the Saints, but I got a lot of love for New Orleans, brother. Go ahead. Let the people know where they can find you, and then let's hear your poetry.
All right. You can find me on Instagram, Nathan Davila 711. So, all right. I got a little bit of love poetry. So here we go. Ardent love burns inexplicably. The orange flames traverse cosmos, liquid energy, unequaled intensity. The fire stretches across an infinite, enveloping, thus reaching the unseen ethereal. The sun-kissed stars are energized, infinitely grateful as to my heart, when your love mesmerizes. Slightest touch of your hand sends an uncontrolled current throughout, love unbridled, passion always unequaled, a trillion neurons sparked by you. That's it.
Okay, Nate.
Yes, Nate.
One of us.
Welcome
One
now.
of us.
Thank you.
Yes.
One of us. One of
Nathan Davila. Nathan, put your information into the chat so the people can copy and paste it and follow you. And as you heard, they were screaming, you're one of us. That means every Monday you're going to have to be with us. And it's okay because football season's coming up, and without Drew Brees, you know the Saints are going to be bad anyway. Boom, boom. I'm allowed to say that. My Yankees are bad, Nathan, so I feel you. Nathan, make sure you come back. I appreciate you, man. New Orleans in the building. I got a lot of love for New Orleans, man, for that NO. That's what's up. Now we heard her sing before. Now we're going to hear the poetry of Diane Ward. Be still, my beating heart. Let me unmute her.
I've asked that you please bring on a new poet. Please.
Okay, I got you. Great Scott.
I'm doing a pleasant gesture. Yes.
Great Scott, we have a pleasant gesture. Diane Ward is giving up her spot, which is a big deal because we love us some Diane Ward. She works for Ron Mark Thompson, the Bronx Fun Hub. Make sure you look them up. Or you can just come here every Monday night and you can see Diane Ward. I love me some Diane Ward. She's got this perfect mix of like wisdom and vibrant youth. You don't see that in many people, man. So I love it. Okay, so all of our new all of our new voices are in our guaranteed open mic. So that just means I'm going to keep going along so we can get quicker to them. Right now we have Mr. Speaker. And then after Mr. Speaker, we got 2 new voices. Where is Mr. Speaker? You know, I'm going to say this. It kind of feels like Mr. Speaker's a new voice because he hasn't signed up in a while. But I can't be mad at him because he keeps checking in and listening and supporting the rest of us. So we can't be mad at him. Mr. Speaker, I'm so happy to hear your voice, brother. Where can we find you online? And then get into that poetry. You know Chance is jealous right now. Make him jealous.
I'm right here. Sometimes you can't get in time, but I'm still coming. So let's go. New shit. Fret out that cat's ass. Let's go. So, thirsty. Chasing. Mousetrap. Gotcha. Stop. Whipped. Stripped. Paying for romantic nights or trips. Dodging relationships, but wanting companionships. Like you want cab fare. Avoiding love everywhere. But need sex like footwear, healthcare, or just air. The trapper, the prey, the game, both get laid. One receives benefits, gets paid. Orgasms if you're not afraid. Release, pull close, push away, e-cigarettes for some, cold water for others. Round 2, Red Bull for me. Round 3, Ciroc on ice. The trap equals great sex, getting sexually bitten, smitten, over time, not quitting. There is a knock at your heart. Trapped, cannot get away. Companionship leads to sex, then love, all because your ass was thirsty. In peace.
I mean,
Yes. Thursday.
Wow.
Speaker.
Yes.
Amazing.
All because your ass was thirsty. You can check out Mr. Speaker's website, mrspeakerinc.com. When you spell ink, that is I-N-K, like the pen. You know, he's a poet. mrspeakerinc.com. Go check that dude out. Shout out to Idionga, who came in late, but she's here giving us love. Shout out to Rich Glennon, who came in here late, but he's giving us love, listening to us. I appreciate that. Okay, next coming up is Mona Me. Amandio Coelho. Where I saw them earlier. Where are they? Mona Me. Did Mona Me leave? Mona Me isn't here. They had signed up. No. Oh, wait. Elemental's telling me that Mona Me is. Got him. There you are. He didn't have his video on, man.
Yeah, it's me. Sorry.
There you go. Mona Me, where are you located?
Manhattan. Corona, New York.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's Queens. That's what's up. Now, I know this is the first time you signed up for second season, but didn't you sign up several months ago? Or am I mixing you up with someone?
No, actually, I did, but I came on very late, so I was on the waiting list. And then you took off the live. I came very late, and every time I sign up for open mics on Sundays, you guys just take it off like it's like Sunday on the dot, and I go to sign up, but my Wi-Fi is slow or whatever. So I'm like around 8:01 or 8:02, and the seats already been taken.
Well, I'm happy we got you on here, man. I'm happy you have not given up. I'm happy to hear you. Let the people know where they can find you online if you got social media. Now let's hear your poetry.
Sure. Okay. So tell them. Nah, I don't tell you guys. I have to do this. This poetry is for Trayvon Martin. While I was walking, minding my own business, I felt like someone was following me. Sorry, bro. Do I know you or something? Do you want to blow me or something? You're more weirder than everyone else than I met with in my life. Did you want me to start a fire at your house or something? Did you hear that I saved my father from a burning building? Do you want me to get a rapist on you and your wife or something? I just went to the 7-Eleven. Where else did you think I went to? Did you lose something over here or something? I just fucking have an Arizona drink and Skittles on me. Now I lie on the ground looking at the sky, thinking about who is this guy? Mommy? Daddy? Don't be sad. I'm with him right now. Mom, Dad, you do realize there is no such thing as death. And no one can kill something that is infinite. So George Zimmerman lost the war and the battle, although he didn't get pled guilty and all. He's to get his. He's going to get his one. He's going to get his one of these days and face the consequences, and no one left to defend him. And he's going to have no one else blaming the day, in the end of the day, but himself. R.I.P. Trayvon Benjamin Martin.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Mute yourselves and give it up for Mona Me.
Appreciate that, man.
Always.
Yes.
Appreciate
One
that.
of us.
Love that piece.
One of
Definitely.
us. One of
God
us.
bless
Thank you.
Back, brother.
Yes.
Rest in peace, Trayvon, man.
Mona Me, welcome to the Monday Night Online Open Mic. I'm happy you were able to get in, especially because I like your name, Mona Me. Go hello, Mona Me. Mona Me, make sure you put your information in the chat so people can follow you and they copy and paste it. All right, so be one with the community, man. All right, let's keep it going. We got another new voice, Terry Rose. Let me unmute. Terry, are you there? I'm loving her avatar. Terry usually checks us out.
I am here, but I'm in a ball game, so I'm going to go really as fast as I can.
Okay, hold on. Terry, where are you at, you said?
I'm at the Phillies game. Woo! Go Phillies!
Oh, well, listen, Terry, we wait. Terry, we got an issue. And it's not because you're a Phillies fan, but it's because you are the 100 unique poet to sign up for season 2. Everyone unmute yourself and make
Street mark going on. Let's go.
Hey, Jersey Trinity, let's go.
Awesome.
Terry Rose. Now, Terry, I got to unmute you one more time, Terry. Okay, so here's the deal. Wait, you got to unmute yourself. All right, real quick, Terry.
It's going to be really hard for you to hear me, but I'm going to try.
Okay, real quick, I want to let you know, Terry, because it's a pandemic and we're broke, I can't offer you money. But what I'm going to do is you have a golden ticket now, Terry. You have a golden ticket.
Ready?
So whenever you want to sign up for the Monday Night Online Open Mic, I'll get you one time you could get in and you don't even have to sign up. You hear me?
Awesome. Ignore the booing. That's the crowd.
Perfect timing.
Right.
Do your
I'm
poem.
going to try. Here I go. Boy, this is the hardest thing I ever had to do. All right. When I was a child, the first thing I ever caught was a firefly. I tried to keep them in a jar and watch them flicker, their incandescent green glow on and off like my light switch. Fascinated by their existence, I soon came to realize that they were not meant to live in a jar. The next time the chance, I would just hold them in my small cupped hand and admire their beauty for a moment and release them back to their freedom as it pertained to them and their kinds. I was so happy to have the experience, however short-lived it was, which brings me to the purpose, oh my God, of my life. Trying to discover its meaning. I have discovered, or I am of the opinion that marriage is a trap. Church is a trap. Jobs are traps. Owning a home is a trap. Having anything that generates a bill is a trap. Student loans are a trap. I've been to college. I own a home. Here's the boo. Oh my God. God, I'm trying to keep it together. It's so hard. Okay, I own a home. I'm married for the third time. I currently do not belong to a church. I'm employed. I was raised to believe that all of these things hold value. I'm wrestling with my beliefs. I am more debt now than ever in my life. I will soon be able to retire, but how can anyone retire buried up to their ass in debt? There's more, but I've got a lot of competition here. Jesus. Okay. I gotta wait for it to die down. All right. On my third marriage, I never was dynamic, even when it brings me to the assertion that it is a trap. A lifetime of servitude for a ring, which may as well be a ball and chain around my leg. It had good moments and bad moments, just still trying to figure out if each time I was promised things that the other person had no intentions of delivering upon. Just wondering if this was deliberate and who's responsible, and not noticing that the common denominator is me, as one of my counselors once said, but maybe I'm overthinking it. End poem.
Unmute yourself and give it
Come on, Chance, don't do that. Don't do that.
Terry.
One of us. English is brilliant. One of us. One of us.
Terry Rose, our unique 100th poet to sign up. Oh, that was amazing. And she's at the Phillies game. It was a hard time hearing it. And then the people booed when I gave her the golden ticket. Oh, and that's all recorded on Facebook. I love it. I'm going to go back and watch it. New Eureka Poets Cafe on Facebook and YouTube. Terry, one more time, like I said, you got a golden ticket. If you want, Terry, you can give the golden ticket to someone else. You can do what you want, or you can go on eBay and sell it because, as you heard from Mona Me earlier, it's very hard to sign up. I'm sure you can at least get, like, be able to pay a month or two by selling it. So it's up to you, Terry. Terry wrote, and what's awesome about this too, right? We're about to get to Jane's spoken word. What's really awesome about this too is that Terry is always logging in and listening to us. And this was the first time she signed up. She's been here for a while. She knows who y'all are. So that's awesome. And I'm trying to unwork. There we go. I was trying to unmute Jane's spoken word. Someone who we haven't heard from in a while because she keeps getting stuck on the waiting list. Now, Jane, before you begin, you're going to stay here to the end, right?
Yes.
I would like for you to close out the night with the Good Night Sweet Poet poem. Would you be willing to do that?
I'm honored. Thank you. I would love to.
Awesome. I will send it to you later. First, we're going to hear your poetry. Let the people know where they can find you, and then let's hear you.
All right. I'm Jane Spoken Word. I'm all over the fucking place. I'm on IG. I'm in YouTube. I got a website, Jane Spoken Word. I'm fucking everywhere. So I wrote this to the theme today. This is the first time I'm going to read it. It's called Pain and Pleasure. I am the bonfire from hell. I spit flames from a burnt out shell. Danger, danger from first degree burns. Words in motion at the point of no return. Scorch this poet's pen in flames, arguing with minds that play blame games. Incinerated syllables ash the truth. My talk has eyes that see through you. This poet's tongue is not for sale. I do not ride the sacrificial trail. Sharing pain and pleasure with the inside invader, where shadowed monsters lurk within, slithering deep underneath my skin. Drain my soul, shadow my totem pole, wagging my finger at my capacity for self-destruction, threatening my future's early construction. I watch the candle drip through a clear and steady flame, perpetually tortured by the waiting game, torching my soul on embers of charcoal, waxing my madness, whitewashing my canvas, denying the never ever, the trickster ever clever, confusing my control with the complicated flow. Was that the red pill or purple Osley's will? Come out wherever you are, contemplating this dark side's endless journey, waging hunger games with brutal adversity, in a fucking hell where the devil lies laughing, his ravenous fire perpetually crackling. Misery charges the air, his ecstasy is my nightmare, caging me in, begging for freedom, fighting for life, holding on tight to my immortal light. Licio.
Unmute yourselves and give it up for Jane's spoken word.
Legend.
Always dope.
That was amazing.
You know how you
Right,
get
Jane. All right, all right.
glorious. Fucking
Right.
love you.
Jane is a badass poet. You do not want to meet her in a bad day in a dark alley. That's all I'm saying. Jane, I believe we will be hearing from her on August 21st in her man's is. I believe so. We will see. We will see. So, okay. Let us keep moving on. Jane, I'm going to send you that info. I will send it to you when this poet is performing, and I'll send it to you later on as well if you need it again. But right now, we are going to GK Jayaram, who is not on the waiting list. We are getting to, every time we hear GK, it's because we get to the waiting list. He made the top 25. Oh, snap. GK. Let the people know where they can find you online, and let's hear your poetry, sir.
gkjayaram@gmail.com, or my name on YouTube will get whatever there is in the public sphere. A poem, Pipe Dreams. Oh, come on, give me a break. What an illusion. Whatever are you smoking? Poor people's revolution? True, the wealth of the nation has grown tenfold. True, it has gone into 1 in 100 billfold. Behind the glass walls, the perpetual banquets unfold, starring the sterling satraps of the stock market, unheeding of the million noses on the glasses pressed on the peripheral soundproof walls, silent, staring, hungry, and ephemeral in their impact, as ephemeral in their impact as the fleeting films of their collective breath on the clean, clean glass. It is apparent that the scene inside is totally transparent. A video of the scene can be seen on demand anytime for $19.99 plus tax, wherever applicable. Opulence, you see, is in the eyes of the beholder. Consumption, to be conspicuous, must be seen. Beauty is wasted in front of the blind. Why do you say it over and over again? Because it's happening over and over again. Through the looking glass of the impenetrable walls, the haves wave to the have-nots. Civility 101, if you please. E pluribus unum is the novus ordo sedorum. Out of the many, one is the new order of the ages. Buddy, wanna buy a bridge?
Clever. I love that ending.
I love your shit.
Nice.
That was
Nice.
awesome,
That was
dope.
GK.
Love
Nice.
that.
That was dope.
Nice.
Love that.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Creo que tienen 4, antes tenían 5.
GK Jayaram. Make sure you give this dude a follow. He's becoming the mainstay here at the Monday Night Online Open Mic. And it hits different when we hear him when he's on the guaranteed list. Appreciate having him on the air. Next, coming up, another mainstay of the Monday Night Online Open Mic. Always willing to share his big heart with us, and that is Mr. Propaganda Poet. Brother, let the people know where they can find you online and let's hear your poetry.
There's all my places and all my spots. Come find me. So I got 2 short pieces. One is many, many moons ago, but it's totally applicable for tonight. So since he liked to number his sonnets, this one is called Sonnet 69. Shakespeare ain't here. From across the room, I see her shellac tights, and I know right away that it's time to stain. I grow ever so tired of endless nights. A one-time crime would most surely sustain. A final hit of cannabis confidence, and I can erect my testosterone barricade. Fears of rejection should well make me tense, but her stapled-on leather causes all that to fade. She stares on through her distant, empty, black eyes, which only somehow serves to turn me on even more. Subconscious says hello, thinking only of her thighs, yet she hollowly follows me out the front door. When we awake the next morning without any names, will either of us climb from this abyss of our games? And this one is brand new. I just wrote this one this last week. This one may or may not be about my poetry crush, and that poetry crush may or may not still be in the room. I don't know. We'll find out. So anyway, this one is called Seeing Beauty in Person. If beauty were a person, she would exist within infernos, the fiery passions of volcanic flows scorching the skies of Mercury. If beauty were a person, she would be clouded in mystery, a necessary protection from predators who seek to prey upon her inner Venus heat. If beauty were a person, she would soar aloft, as free as falcon flights adrift on endless wind currents caressing the clouds of earth. If beauty were a person, she would walk statuesque, solid mountain giant across vast moonscapes and valleys rivaling those of Mars. If beauty were a person, she would loom larger than all, draped in gaseous forms that keep her veiled from the naked eye, released in storms that ravage Jupiter's hidden landscape. If beauty were a person, she would never have need for the rings of men. Her radiance would overpower their gravity, encircling the entirety of any Saturn. If beauty were a person, her orbits would criss and cross without any type of loss, gaining only the courage and certainty of the planetary twins Uranus and Neptune. If beauty were a person, there would be no debate. Frigid, frozen fears would be dwarfed by her ability to be seen, no matter what any others may deem what she should be. Planetary, plutonic, or not, it's her decision, not yours. If beauty were a person, she would soul shine so brightly that all other versions would orbit around her, the center of all light and energy, given freely so all things could live in harmony. If beauty were a person, she would be you, an entire solar system orbiting inside one body, heart, mind, and soul. Thank you for encouraging my behavior. Thank you for existing.
Love you, Beowulf.
Thank you for
No,
everything you
Bear.
do and for everything you are. Thank you for making the world a better place.
Go. Let's go.
And if beauty was a person, it would be you for being the mastermind of such genius.
Beautiful. Oh, what a way to end it, right? I was about to hit mute, then the younger spoke, and I was like, nope. I feel I need to eat. Propaganda Poet Beowulf on Facebook. Go give this dude a look, man. And I just want you to know, like, he threw all of y'all off because he said she, but it was he. The poem was about me. Everyone wants to know, who it's about. It was about me, but he was throwing y'all off to throw she. He wants y'all to put y'all detective work together. So, and there are many beautiful people here. And one of the beautiful people here, there are many, is Finn Bell. Finn gave up her spot so Terry Rose can rock out. Finn didn't know she was doing 100, but Finn Bell has been a co-host. Finn, I would like for you to unmute yourself and just let the people know where they can follow you and about the work that you're doing, even though I know you don't want to share a poem. Just let the people know where they can follow you and your open mics and stuff. And I don't have to request you unmute yourself. Your co-host, you can unmute yourself.
So I am on Instagram at Finn_Bell, PHYNNE_BELLE. And as Paul Conqueso mentioned, in about 1 week, he's going to be hosting one of my open mics. It has a boy band theme. But he said that anybody bringing, 90s jams should bring them, come and sing. He's the boss that day, so he will determine what happens exactly. We're doing more singing or poetry or whatever, and however long it, if he wants to keep it until 8 o'clock the following morning, that's good. Also, and you're aware of this, Advocate, and so is Paul, and so is Elemental, I was told that I need to do a little teaser announcement, if you guys are okay, of an event that's coming mid-August with Fincabulary, which includes Advocate, Paul, Elemental, Mr. Speaker. It is a showcase of our lovely talent here. An all-male sort of review. It's going to be erotic in nature. There's going to be a lot of erotic poetry going on. It's for a good cause. It's going to go to the Butterfly Project in the Philippines, which is in support of anti-violence against or domestic violence against young women. So they're really looking for funding. They're very underfunded, being that they're in a third world country. So it's going through to a very worthy cause. And we have just massive amount of talent. It includes advocates, Paul Conqueso, Elemental, Eddie Potastic, oh my God, who else? Andy Mark Hertz. Woo, who else? I forgot already. I'm so sorry. Oh, Lawin Bolatao, Lacan. So yeah, it's going to be really, really hot. So once I have it posted on my Eventbrite, please grab up your tickets, because yeah, you're gonna you'll be missing something really big if you don't sign up. I mean, you get to see Advocate do sexy poetry. So yeah, that's quite enough for me right there. Okay, I will shut up now.
I'm so looking forward to it. Finn_Bell running co-host for me tonight. Like I said, she does a lot of things because not every day could be Monday. So make sure you go give her a follow. She does for me. And she does like game nights too on Zoom. I be trying to come, man. I be getting caught up with so many things. I really do try to come and hang out. So make sure you give her a follow. I want to make sure that we got to hear her. She's running co-host in case things fall apart. Got to make sure, we look out for that. So Jane got the message. Awesome. Okay, let us move into the waiting list. And Alexander Goldberg is first on the waiting list. Yes, we are getting to him. And I got to review one of the old poems that Alexander did, and I didn't get to hear it when I was hosting. He went skydiving. I've been skydiving, Alexander. Oh my God, it is great. We'll talk about it another time. I'm going to hit you up on the side. Right now, let the people know where they can find you online. Then let's hear your poetry.
Gorbensky on Instagram, Go15 on Twitter, and Alexander Goldberg on Facebook. Advocate, quick question. Will you be hosting the open mic on the 21st, both inside the cafe and outside?
Yes, I'm going to be hosting the WOW Project, and I'm going to be hosting the evening where we're trying to do online, offline. Yes, I will.
Awesome. So, and I also wanted to thank you for giving this team. I enjoyed all of the performances tonight, so let's keep it going. And my poem is called Excuses. I like looking at a thirst trap. Once I was caught by my girlfriend. She starts asking me, "What is it? Did you lose survival instinct?" I said, "Don't be so judgmental. It is not so detrimental. My condition now is stable. Yes, both physical and mental. We don't need to have these issues. We should lose our inhibitions. I like looking at your pictures, but don't let that get between us. I like thirst trap, there's no question. But on our conversations, stop this jealousy and hating. All I'm doing is fixating. What's the point of contention? It's impression and perception. It should not be so concerning. I'm not staring, I'm observing. But on different occasions, she is drawing my attention to hot girls on social network. And she asks to make selections. So she asks, "Is this girl hotter than I am? And would you holler? Do you like caress and highlights?" I pretend to have bad eyesight. Sometimes, to avoid this question, I pretend I'm into fashion. Just tell her if she's criticizing. "These are nice shoes. You want to try them?" How would we learn of something hot? These are old habits that I've got. Am I the only one who's hooked then? Thirst trap got everybody mooking. Thank you.
Unmute yourself and give it up, Alexander Goldberg.
Nice, Goldberg. Yes. I love your voice.
Alexander Goldberg. Like, yo, who knew he was a player? Who knew the Goldberg was a player? You dog. You see, like, he wrote that poem like he been through it a few times. He knows that speech like the back of his hand right now. Alexander Goldberg. Go give that dude a follow. All right, next coming up, another mainstay. Also, the sign-up list for August 21st has not been made public yet. I am letting everyone know ahead of time that it's coming so we can be prepared. When I get to the exact date that the open mic list is open, I will let you know. Generalissimo is now coming up. And Generalissimo tried to play me last week because he said that he doesn't write flirty poems about me because I don't flirt with him. But I don't know if La Bruja's ever flirted with him. Generalissimo, has La Bruja flirted with you?
La Bruja flirts with everyone. She's a witch.
Fair enough. Hey, I flirt with everyone too. I flirt with everyone.
No, you pick and choose who you flirt with, and the other people just cry in their pillows at night.
So not true.
You don't know how many new pillows I've had to buy just because you never flirt with me, but that's okay.
I am sorry. That is the sexiest hat I have ever seen. And by the way, I saw that a few weeks ago you had shaved off the facial hair. I pay attention. I just don't want to intimidate you with all this power and being the host.
Well, I bet you would look cute without facial hair. I bet you would just look adorable.
Well, I just saw Marissa Prada gave you like the devil's look, like, "Shut up, Generalissimo, I'm gonna kill you." Okay, with that being said, brother, let the people know where they can follow you, and then let's hear your poetry.
Oh, I will put it in the chat right now. It's Generalissimo Brian Franco on Facebook, GNRLSMO on Instagram. I also have a link tree and all that other good stuff. And hold on. There we go. There's everything. And I'll read some poems. Okay. I've got two pieces. First is a short one called The Urban Myth That Quicksand is Unsafe. You are my top secret pool of quicksand, only findable via treasure map, a chest full of pirates' booty hidden deep. X marks the spot. Quicksand I want to be trapped in, quicksand I want to sink into and never escape from. We are wrestling, writhing snakes lubricated with freshly generated, oily, salty sweat. With every kiss, nibble, and bite, pheromones are released into the atmosphere as if two bodies embody their own versions of Old Faithful, until, of course, my Old Faithful sprays like a shook champagne bottle. And then I'm just going to do a piece called The Art of the Take or the Meaning of Live. Gimme, gimme, gimme money, pay my rent, but don't keep me, feed me, but don't take my dignity. Give me the good life. To me, a good life is a life not spent alone. Gimme, gimme, gimme honey, the royal jelly from a hive of bees, sticky and sweet, melting into my morning tea. Its flavor taking my taste buds to ecstasy. Gimme, gimme, gimme sugar. When it's white, it's sweet. Yet when it's brown, it's got all the stuff the white ain't got. Then there's sugar that's almost black, so hard it must be heated to soften it, to use it, even though it's a little bitter. There's always some hidden sweetness in everything that's bitter. Gimme, gimme, gimme rice. It can be sticky, it can be fluffy, so many colors. White is nice, but a bit of a letdown when you taste brown, so hearty and earthy. Then there's red, so seductively savory, and black rice, a superfood once reserved for royalty. It turns everything in the pot purple, like squid ink paints everything black. No matter where in the world you go, you will find a different rice. Rice is the grain of life. We can survive on rice. We can survive on rice alone. It nurtures our blood, brains, and bones. So gimme, gimme, gimme all I want, all I need. Give me money, give me honey, give me sugar, give me rice, give me life, give me love, give me breath, give me air, give me water, give me the world. When someone says give me, they really say let me take from you. And if you give a little every time you take, those you take from won't eat your cake. After all, life is basically give and take, and all human beings take and give. What if instead of give me, you said let me give? You might discover the meaning of to give is what it really means to live. Gracias, everyone.
And then
General, yes, sir.
As always, General.
Yes.
Just
Salute to you, General.
And we flirt with you, Brian. We hold space to flirt with you.
We got you, Chief.
Generalissimo can more follow. I flirt with everyone, right? I play around, right? I flirt with Diane, but she's married. I flirt with Catherine Badan, the apple of my eye, right? I'd flirt with Mariella more. Look at her hair, but she's out in the UK, so that's gonna happen. I'd flirt with Ned Vega more. Look at her hair, but she's married. I get my ass kicked, right? So I flirt with people, and I flirt with the honey trap, but I am aware that Paul Conqueso's a honey trap, so I keep my flirting at a distance. You are not gonna get me. Okay, next coming up, follow Generalissimo. He put his info into the chat. Thomas Connor, let me unmute him. Third on the waiting list, wasn't sure we were going to get to him. We are getting deeper. Go ahead, Thomas. Where can we find you online? And let's hear your poetry.
What's up, man? Thomas Connor at Facebook and TAC7371 at Instagram. Here we go. She smiles. Facebook chic, dressed to the T. Wardrobe virtual, 99 cents for every piece. Sometimes it's more than she can afford, but they don't know that. Yet to her, it matters not. Attention is what she's after. Seeking love and likes. Play store background, exotic. Places she's never been. She Zoom rich, trying to fit in with peers. Unknown, she broken and alone, home empty, pillow soaked with tears and fears of never being loved the right way. She don't fit in. She says I'm confused. She, the hottest thing on Zoom, virtual celeb, likes and hearts for days, yet her tears are in her gaze. Her eyes glaze in pain, wrists branded by blades. She's pain carved. Monsters and gods in her mind. Tattoos shape shift, mood swings, virtual in her celeb. Lights and cameras not enough. I heard she's now dead. I guess her wardrobe wasn't enough for her. Smile, you're on Facebook.
Unmute yourself.
Wow.
Miss Connor.
Hey, Thomas.
Wow.
That was fire.
You ain't have to do it like that.
Yo, I just want to give a shout out. Sounds of the Underground are coming through. We're going to come and drop some heat. Y'all know who y'all are. Let's do it.
Thomas Connor, give him a follow. Thomas, put your information into the chat as well. He is on Facebook, representing the Mets too. Mets are the best baseball team in New York right now. Got to give it up to them. Shout out to him. He could also kick your ass. He is an awesome poet, an awesome fighter. We're not going to say anything more about that. And I don't flirt. I mean, I do flirt with everyone. I flirt with Elemental more, but then everyone thinks that I just got to get it. That's why I'm putting him in the highlight reel all the time. And I flirt with Amanda more, but I told you, she'll cut you with a compliment. I'm smart, man. I'm not getting cut with a compliment. Are you kidding me? So no. And then I flirt with Finn Bell more, but I'd get my ass kicked by you know who. And then she'd make me do it every week. Like, yep, you're coming on my Zoom this week. All right, let's keep moving. So I'm not quite flirting with anyone else. Ed Foreman is next, but I don't see him. Is Ed here? I don't see a Boataku in the building, out in Japan, checking us out. What's going on, brother? It is a pleasure to see you. I don't see Ed Foreman. No, I do not. So that means we are going to keep it moving. And Hadia is next. I really didn't think we'd get to her, but she was here since like the beginning. She was like, you know what? And she's like, I went to church last week. The Lord's going to have me bring him to church this week. It's going to happen. And Hadia, it happened. It happened.
I actually didn't plan on taking y'all to church. The interesting thing is that I have something that rings with what I'm following with something that's spot on. I did have two pieces, but not two to do. I had two to choose from. One is 4 minutes, one is a minute and a half. I'm gonna choose a minute and a half, but it's so in line. This is called Monsters. I wrote it for my sister. It's
before you begin, I don't mean to cut you off. Just let us know where we can find you online and then get back into it. Sorry.
No problem. I'll drop it in Linktree. All right. Sorry, I forgot about that. I'm new here. Still a little bubble wrap left. All right. I wrote this for my sister. It's one of the first pieces in my book, Even If. And a lot of even if, because even if things happen, you can still hold on. And my sister committed suicide. So this is one of the pieces for her. It's called Monsters. Death begins inside, publicly, smile. On the outside, tears are what the civilized hide. What happens when inside is the only place to cry, hidden where no one sees? A soul's slow death begins inside. You can't hide suicide. It lurks behind the eyes, hindered cries. The heart still secretes poison hidden in the deep. Secrets secrete the toxin that dissipates a life in an endless search for peace. There are no secrets between scars, just untold stories, battles, no glory. Flags flown half-mast on poles hearts were hung on. Someone said, be strong. She was barely holding on. Already too long. It looked like something was just off, something wrong. The nightmares don't end just because the monsters are gone. End poem.
Whoa, what an ending.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Wow.
Wow.
We love you.
Thank you.
We're holding you.
Wow. Wow.
We're holding you.
Sharing that.
Much love to you, Hadia.
Definitely
Come on,
come
all of
back.
us.
Sending you love,
Come on,
Hadia.
all of us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Come on,
Hold this space.
Truly.
Hadia put her information in the chat. Hadia, feel free to do it again. Thank you so much. This is her second time with us. Believe last time she took us to church, and now like took us someplace deeper here, man. Again, I'm always trying to balance it, and I don't want to push like what we call trauma porn and try to benefit off of other people's trauma. But I do appreciate when people are being vulnerable and honest like that. So, and Hadia, make sure you go back and you read the chats while you were performing. People were saying nice things about you. I appreciate that very much. Hadia, a new member to our open mic. I think she's getting addicted. There's 2 weeks in a row. I think she's getting addicted. That's it. I think what we know what she's gonna be doing for her Mondays during the fall. And we got her on the waiting list. All right, another person I didn't think we'd get to, but we are, is Alexis Garcia. Alexis made her debut with us last week. And then she was on the waiting list, I think on Thursday. We didn't get to her, and then she was on the waiting list today, but we got to her now. Alexis, let people know they can find you online, and let's hear your poetry.
You guys can find me on Instagram at VexLexPoetry. All right, I got 2 quick pieces. Thirst trap. You call me a tease because I don't give it up with ease, but please believe you drip down my back like sweat reaching all the places that haven't been explored in a while. You see, I've had something of a drought for some time. It's no one's fault, but I'm ready to be had. Yes, I can be forward when I choose and talk like I have nothing left to lose. Just the other half of a virginity I promise to you. We could go back and forth all day, but the thirst traps are my favorite type of foreplay. My inbox is your playground, and soon enough, I'll let you know when I'm done messing around. And my last piece is called Slut. You slut shame her, but try to play her. She won't give you the type of day. You go back and tell your friends all the positions you had her in, but forget to tell them. You finished before you even started. She ghosted you, changed your name on her phone to the dearly departed. You paid for dinner, so she put out, claimed you soaked her panties, but she suffered from a drought. She's a slut. She's for the streets. She's a whore. But who was the one begging for more? She reads your messages and you get mad, realizing you've been had. You run to social media and declare that women are all the same. If that's the case, maybe you're playing the wrong game. Thank you.
Shout it out.
Fire. Yes, yes. All day, every day. Come on.
Put it on blast. I tell you, I don't get romantically involved with a poet because you're going to mess up and then they're going to come on Zoom and put you on blast. Alexis, make sure you put your info into the chat one more time. Alexis, I think Alexis too. I think she got the addiction. She keep coming back. I got a feeling she got a few more poems like that and other stuff too, right? I think she was like socially like conscious aware last week. So it's cool. I like to see like people, all different sides of people. Shout out to Timothy Belgrave, who showed up late, but he is joining us to listen in. I appreciate you. So without further ado, we only have 3 people left on the waiting list, but Rivki and Nightcrawler are not here, which is okay because we weren't going to be able to get to them. We are ending with Kayvon. Let me unmute Kayvon, the poet. I'd see the first time. You hear me?
I can hear you.
Awesome, it worked perfect the first time. That's what's up. Kayvon, you know the deal, man. Let the people know they can find you online. Then let's hear your poetry.
You can find me at Kayvon the Poet on Instagram. And my poem is called A Future Love. To my future love who I wonder about, I want us to fit together like a pair of gloves as we stand in front of a pair of doves. While he wait ahead of me over yonder, our destiny awaits as I begin to ponder. I hope your timeline will intertwine with mine and we'll be just fine. When I begin to be enamored by your glamour, I will stammer when I see you. I will realize that I desire to be your knight in shining armor when you're finally in my sight. You will be the light to my fire that will become my muse as my heart takes flight into your possession. Our future will not exist until I insist on having you in it. Tell me that this is fate, so I won't fear that it's too late. Let's figure out a date at 7 or maybe 8. I hope that you'll help me find peace instead of hate from within myself. Thank you.
Unmute yourselves. Give it up for Kayvon.
Keep it going, Kayvon. We love your work.
Amazing.
Dope.
Nice way to
Man,
close
way
out
to
the
close
night.
it out,
Like,
man. Dope.
hey.
Dope.
One of us closer.
So sweet.
And for those of you who haven't found your love yet, where could your love be right now? Is it possible you're going to meet them in a year and they're having some great sex right now? We don't know what your future lover is doing. Oh my God, she's having sex with someone right now, and we're going to be together in a year. Kayvon, make sure you give him a follow, brother. Put your info into the chat. One more time, I want to thank my co-host Finn Bell, Finn_Bell, PHYNNE_BELLE. Such a great poet and host and workshop. So easy on the eyes. A thirst trap in herself, Finn Bell. Thank you to Finn. Make sure you follow the New York Poets Cafe on Facebook and YouTube. If you want to rewatch the shenanigans of today, you can go follow it on the Facebook and YouTube of the New York Poets Cafe. And of course, follow me at Advocate of Words. When you spell words, that's with a Z at the end, you know. Poetic license. I'm going to have all the information for the 21st on there once I'm able to share everything, all the highlight reels I put on my social media so you can find out about it. And with all of that being said, we like to close out our online open mics with this poem that I wrote a while ago, 4 lines. Sweet, good night, sweet poet. I'm trying to unmute Jane Spoken Word, who is going to share it. In season 2, I feel like we need to end with the voice of someone from the community and not just me. Scott Pleasance is here. Did I give him a shout out? I think I did. I hope I did. Scott Pleasance, I see you. And Poetic Desire, I think I did shout her out. Okay, with that being said, Jane, I'm going to shut up and the floor is yours. Take us home.
Good night, sweet poet. Thank you for sharing what you've written. Good night, sweet poet. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Good night, sweet poet. May your dreams be as imaginative as tonight's poems. Good night, sweet poet. Thank you for inviting the spirit of El Maestro Miguel Algarin into your home. This has been the Monday night open mic, online open mic, presented by the New Yorican Poets Cafe, hosted by the Advocate of Words. On behalf of the community tonight, I am Jane Spoken Word, would like to say, good night, sweet poet.